Hi, hey Russ here. Welcome back to my shop. Today I want to talk about something ugly again. Pocket hole joinery. Everybody, so many people tell you it's evil. Pocket hole joinery is actually very versatile. It's the fastest joinery you can do on any connection if you want to put two pieces of wood or plywood together. Nothing does it faster and still give you good strength than pocket hole joinery. And if you use a little OTB thinking, you actually can have one of the strongest joints in any kind of joinery that you want to get done. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. If you have a table leg like this, you have your rail here, this is your leg, and your tabletop sits on top. Well, if you use what I call the four-sided toenail using pocket hole screws, you actually are using the toenail method, which if you worked in construction or been around for a long time, you've run across how you do toenailing. Probably the most common place I see it used is when you're putting up a wall and you got your vertical 2x4s and you put it in place, lined up to your mark, and then you go in from an angle from both sides and toenail in to toenail that in place. And it's a very strong way of holding that 2x4 in there. Well, with pocket hole screws, you can do the same thing. If I put a pocket hole screw in from this way, on this face, and again on this face, those two screws are opposing each other going in where they're doing the gripping. So to pull that out, pull that apart, those two have to pull opposite direction, different directions. That's what makes it even stronger. And if you do it on all four sides, I put a pocket hole here and here, as well as here, and then you put one here, you come in from all four, you're going to have a very strong joint. And I think I would put that joint in strength up against any other joint to make this kind of joinery between a rail and a leg. So, you can try it. If Matthias Wandel hears about this, you should get after him. Give him a call. Let him know. Try this joint. He never tried this one when he did his testing. I would do it out here, but quite honestly, you know who wouldn't let me take the scale out of the bathroom. You might get it dirty. So I can't do the testing. So you either take my word for it, try it yourself, or let's start bugging Matthias and let him do the testing. Apparently Mrs. Mondell is a little nicer than you know who. Anyway, let me tell you some of the advantages of this way. By not using glue and only using the pocket hole, toenail pocket holing, I can actually take this back apart. So if you get the table and you put it together and you look and see how it all works, and you go, no, I forgot to do some routing on that one leg. It doesn't match the other three. I don't know why I forgot that. So now you got to pull that leg off. Good luck trying to put that whole table up on your router table and make that last router mark on it. But with this method, since there's no glue, I can pull these screws back out, take the leg over, do the work, bring it back, put it back, and actually put it exactly back where it was by all the screws, and it'll be just as strong as it was the first time I put this together. I've used this joint for a long time, this method, and it is very strong. But the only way you'll know is to try it yourself. It is so fast and easy. That's why I like pocket hole joinery on my legs and my tables. And using at least the three-sided method, you're getting that toenail effect to make it even stronger. So let's talk about, well, the other problem with pocket holes joint is it's ugly. Everybody sees that, ooh, pocket hole, evil. Well, let's start hiding it. The top one, you don't have to worry about that. Tabletop, that'll take care of covering this one. So they'll never see this one unless they take it apart, in which case all bets are off anyway. This one underneath, what are they going to do? Lean over and look up under there and try to see that? Oh, I know. Okay, yeah, right. You might be walking by, trip over the dog, and fall down and look up, and now you're embarrassed. Well, there's another solution. Just take a piece of trim. Router the edge on it, put it on there, and make a shadow line trim piece on the bottom rail, and now you'll never see that pocket hole down there. So now, you're done. Two of them completely out of sight and can't see. What about the one inside? Well, what are you going to do? Stick your head up under there to see how it's joined together. By the time he gets under there, who cares if he knows there's a pocket hole there or not? Okay, here's the real problem. What about the one in the front face? Now, there's still a couple solutions on that one, believe it or not. Let's think about this for a second. You can either hide it with one of those little slot things you put in there, but I'm sorry, they still stick out as like a sore thumb, and everybody says, pocket hole! So, but you can still cover that up and then never think about it. Just get yourself a nice piece of wood and put it over there. See? No more pocket hole. Okay, that looks a little tacky, but that's fine. Let's just dress it up a little bit. Make it look trim like you intentionally put it there. Nobody will know that what's really under that then. Or, even better, make a whole corner piece that you can put in place and carve that out and shape it any way you want and put that on there, and now they'll never know that pocket hole is there. So, you can cover these pocket holes up. It's not that difficult, and it's easy to hide them. And like I said, especially during the building process, if I find I made a mistake or something isn't right and I got to take it back apart, yes, we've all done that. With pocket hole joinery, you can take it apart and put it together several times without any problem. Probably 10 to 12 times if you wanted to. And if after a while the screw holes start to get boogered up, shove some toothpicks in there and start screwing away again. I know that sounds tacky, and on fine furniture, you're absolutely right. Then I just wouldn't take it apart so many times if I'm doing fine furniture. But pocket hole joinery has a big, big place in furniture making as far as I'm concerned, and especially in your shop. The other thing about this type of joinery, if I make something in the shop and later on I go, that's not working, I gotta get rid of that. Well, rather than cutting it up and throwing it in the burn barrel, I can take it back apart, throw it back up on my scrap bin, and those pieces, I'll use them later on in my shop somewhere, or cut them down and cut the pocket holes off. I reuse the wood all the time that has pocket holes in them. Some of my projects you'll see around here, you can see where there's pocket holes to nowhere on them. And you go, why did he put a pocket hole on it? That's because the last thing I used that piece of wood for was used somewhere else. So pocket hole joinery is very versatile in the shop and also in furniture making. Give it a try. The toenailing pocket hole joinery is still a very good way to be able to put your piece together and take it apart and put it back together, and it'll always line up when you're done without any problem. And it's a lot easier and faster than doweling, dominoes, or anything else. So I hope you understood what I'm talking about here. I hope you give it a try. If you have any comments about this or thoughts, don't be afraid. I'd love to hear it and discuss it. Don't forget to like this video, whether you liked it or not, okay? This time, just like it and be done with it, please. So, but most importantly, come back again because I'm nowhere near done here. This is Rambling Russ, and we will see you again very soon. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.